Was that maybe 4 days ago now? I just looked at him and I said, "You're the point guard, and I'm going to play shooting guard." And that was as simple as that. So he's been taking control of the responsibilities and doing an incredible job. It just makes my job easier. Just go out and play free and just make plays. So it's a luxury. Just wanted to continue it.
A lot of people were surprised by that, shocked even. Antoine, are you surprised that Kyrie has conceded point guard duties to James Harden?
A little bit. I mean, we know Kyrie's had a weird season so far with some of his comments and some of the things that he's done. So you don't know sometimes where his head's at. But I think this was a great move when you think about it. It kind of reminds me of LeBron James when he went to Cleveland, because we all know LeBron is a point forward. He likes to handle the basketball. So Kyrie's used to playing off the ball with another superstar who's ball dominant like LeBron James. So he knew he could fit in and assume that role. But if you look at the style of play of both guys, James Harden is not a spot-up three-point shooter. He can make that shot, but that's not him standing in the corner letting Kyrie create for him and then catching the pass. But Kyrie can do that. James Harden can create and hit Kyrie Irving for wide-open threes. He'll be able to do that. This is a great decision by two superstars just trying to figure this thing out on the fly. And it's one of the better decisions that Kyrie Irving's made, obviously, in his career. And I think this is going to go a long way. James Harden is a very, very good point guard. He's very unselfish. He gets a lot of guys involved. So I think this is going to go big for the Nets as they continue to try to build this thing there.
Yeah, this is interesting, guys. I hear that Kyrie Irving soundbite, and he says, "I made the decision that you're going to be point guard." Okay? This is the same Kyrie Irving who said, "We don't need a coach," in the offseason, talking to Kevin Durant. This stuff out of Kyrie Irving's really troubling. I don't want to revisit him going AWOL on his teammates, but let's be real here. Kyrie Irving is not a great point guard. He's not a leader of men, okay? He's an immensely talented scorer. Can he get to the bucket and finish at the rim with the best of them? Certainly, but he's not the guy you want with the ball in his hands at the end of the game. What has Kyrie done without LeBron James, guys? Won 5 playoff games and lost 4. That's it. James Harden is a much better leader. This is a guy who's been all-NBA, first team 6 times. He's led the league in scoring. He's led the league in assists. James Harden is a better player, undeniably, than Kyrie Irving. He's a better leader for this Nets team. I'm telling you, this Kyrie Irving situation is not finished. I looked at the catch and shoot numbers, Antoine. He's only 38% Kyrie on catch and shoot. Joe Harris, 54%. Heck, Landry Shamet is a better catch and shoot guy than Kyrie Irving. And then you toss in Kevin Durant. I don't know where Kyrie Irving fits in with this team. I know people love the talent, love the finishing, and Chris Broussard is just waiting to kill me. I'm just saying, James Harden is a much better leader for this team than Kyrie Irving.
J-Mac, look, you had a few nuggets of truth in there, but like usual, you went way too far. I don't know where Kyrie Irving fits on this team. How about 27 points a game on 51% shooting? Is that good enough fit for you? I mean, stop it, J-Mac. I'll give you, and we got to get Pep and Keta. They can vouch for this. It's somewhere in the archives of First Things First. When this trio first came together, I said, ideally, I would like to see James Harden at the point, Kyrie at the 2, and obviously Durant doing his thing in the front court. And that's what they have figured out. Twan, James Harden is an outstanding point guard. Outstanding. I mean, he might be, obviously Steph historically is probably going to be better, but Harden might be the best point guard in the league right now. And I mean, the way he distributes the basketball, props to him for being unselfish. It's not easy to go from a guy that was shooting 20-something shots a night, 11, 12, 13 three-point attempts a night. Everything was based around you. Every possession, you had the ball in your hands. And now you're coming down, shooting 14 times, 12 times some games, being a distributor. I think this works out for Harden because it shows everybody, those that watched in Houston and even OKC early in his career, knew he had these abilities. But many didn't know it. They thought he was just a ball hog, just a guy that would throw up a bunch of shots and score 34, 35 points a night. James Harden is a complete offensive player, and I'm glad he's getting to show it. And I think for Kyrie's, he's made crazy comments throughout his career, but he knows basketball. And I think he saw, I am a more of a two guard than James Harden is. Harden is more of a point guard than I am. We all are making sacrifices, including KD, to make this work. So let me get off the ball more and put it in James's hands. Twan, I think this is a great move in Brooklyn.
I think it's a great move, too. I think one thing you got to understand, too, when you're at James Harden right now, he's had the opportunity to be the man to average 35 points a night, and he never was able to get over the hump. I think he's looking at this opportunity. He's playing with arguably the best scorer in the game in Kevin Durant, another unbelievable talented scorer, and Kyrie Irving. And I think he believes that those guys can do the scoring, and he's going to do all the little things that it takes to win. And that's passing, setting up other guys. We know he has the ability to take over a game, and he'll have those moments. But I got to give these guys credit. Offensively, if that's going to be their remedy, they've done that. But Chris and Jason, we both know defensively is where the problem lies at. Are they going to be able to defend at the level that's needed to win an NBA title? The jury's out on that. So far, they've shown no rhyme or reason that they're going to be able to defend at that level. But offensively, this could be one of the best groups we've ever seen. This is the first time that we've seen a big three that all three guys can go get their own shot when they want to, when they feel like it. They all can have big nights. So that's going to make them a tough out. But can they get it done defensively is going to continue to be the question mark. But I'm happy to see that they've got on the same page offensively. Hopefully they can stay healthy, get through, protocols so they can play 15, 20 games together so we can see some continuity from them. But great decision by three superstars to get on the same page.
Antoine, let me go back real quick. You said James Harden couldn't get over the hump, and that's true. But I would also argue that he ran into the greatest dynasty in the modern era in the Warriors. Yes, better than Jordan's Bulls. And then last year, when the Rockets had a chance heading into the bubble with the small ball, they ran into LeBron, who I believe is the greatest player in NBA history. So to me, Harden is almost underrated in a sense that, he's got to take a backseat to Kyrie Irving. What does Kyrie Irving want? And Antoine, how can Kyrie Irving be the guy? Not the coach. How can Kyrie Irving be the guy to say, you're the point guard? Steve Nash. Okay, Steve Nash has won 2 MVPs. Kyrie's done nothing. Nothing. Father knew that Kyrie Irving was calling the shots.
J-Mac, this has got to stop. Kyrie Irving hit arguably the greatest shot in NBA history. It's either his three-pointer to beat the Warriors in 2016 or Ray Allen's three-pointer in Miami that saved, LeBron and the Heat in 2013. One of those two is the greatest shot in NBA history, I believe. And Kyrie Irving is in that conversation, and they won a championship. So I get it. He's not LeBron James. He hasn't had that success since he left LeBron. But you are playing this guy very short. And I don't think Harden's taking a backseat to him. I think Harden, playing point guard, averaging 11 assists, leading the league, and he's still going to give you 20 points a night, if not more. So I actually like Harden. I think he's better than Kyrie. I agree with you on that. And him being the third leading scorer on the team and leading the league in assists, I don't think that's taking a backseat, Twan.
No, it's not. And Jason, I'm not a huge fan of Kyrie Irving, but he is an all-star. He's one of the elite players in the league. He's a top 10 player in this league. Sometimes we get it confused a little bit with some of the off-court things, but on the court, when he's right, it's no other point guard in the league than Kyrie Irving. He's got an unbelievable handle. He can score on anybody. He's not necessarily the greatest at making other players better, but that probably is the only knock that you can see in this game. He's got to get it better defensively, but Kyrie Irving is a unique talent. I would never take anything away from him. But like I said, I think James Harden is realized I have to change my game, make some adjustments in order for me to get over this hump and get to the finals. That's what's missing. He needs to get to the finals and play for an NBA championship. That's the only thing that's left on James Harden's resume, and it seems like he's ready to take on that responsibility and do whatever it takes. So if that's being a pure point guard for the Brooklyn Nets, I think he'll do a great job at it. Like Chris said, he can still get you 25 if he got to get it. So offensively, they've made the commitment. But the defensive end, we'll see if they make the commitment that's needed to win the championship.
Throughout his career, but he knows basketball, and I think he saw I am a more of a two guard than James Harden is. Harden is more of a point guard than I am. We all are making sacrifices, including KD, to make this work. So let me get off the ball more and put it in James's hands. Twan, I think this is a great move in Brooklyn.
I think it's a great move too. I think one thing you got to understand too, when you're at James Harden.